Good day, grade 9. I am doing statistics and probability. This is a test I gave recently to grade 9 learners. Um, so you can use this also to prepare for your upcoming exams. First question says all the learners in a school voted for a color that they like the best, and the results are represented in the pie chart. What percentage of the votes was for the color white? Good. So white, you can see, is represented by this little square. That square indicates 90 degrees. Okay. So when you see that square, you must know that's 90 degrees. So 90 degrees out of 360, well, that's nothing but 1/4. Okay. So if you now have to find the percentage, so you'll be saying 1/4, or you can indeed say 90 over 360 multiplied by 100, and you get 25%. Next question. You're supposed to calculate the sector angle for the votes uh, for the color red. So let me just take that off. All right, so we know this is 90 degrees here. We know that's 25, we know that's 30. So the red color, if you, everything else must give you 360 degrees. So it's like you take away the sum of 90 plus 25 plus 30 from 316 or 360. You get 215 degrees. There were 1,200 learners in the school. How many learners voted for the blue color? Well, blue is represented by 30 over 360. You multiply that by 1,200. That is 1 over 12 if you simplify 30 over 360 times 1,200. You grab your calculator, you get that it's 100 learners. Question 2. John's average or his mean mark for 5 tests is 23. So we know he has 23 in 5 tests. So his total then will simply be that 5 multiplied by 23, which is 115 marks. So you have got 4 tests that are given here. So we have got 19 plus 30 plus 21 plus 18. But we know that the sum for the 5 tests is 115. So in order for us to calculate what he got in his 5th test, you simply take away 88 from 115. The second one, Job records the number of telephone calls he received each day for 2 weeks. So I hope this is not a problem for you to realize that 2 weeks is nothing but 14 days, since 1 week has got 7 days. The mean simply means you must add all of these values. So you say 5 plus 6 plus 10. I'm not going to add the zeros, okay? Plus 15 plus 6 plus 12 plus 2 plus 13 plus 16 plus another 16 plus 6 plus 10. All right. Of course, it should be the total sum of these values, and you should divide by 14. All right. And you get 117 upon 14, which gives you about 8.35714, and so on and so on. And we are supposed to give our answer to 1 decimal place because it's indicated here in the question. So to 1 decimal place is going to be 8.4. Okay. Now you find the median. Median means middle most value. So you go ahead and you arrange your data. So according to order of size, small to big or big to small, doesn't matter. I'm going to go from smallest to biggest. 2 zeros, there's 1 2, there's a 5, there are 3 sixes, then you have a 10, a 12, a 13, you have a 15, you have 2 16s. Just to make sure, all of these should give you 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's something else that I have left out. I think I've left out one more 10. Okay, Right. So the middlemost values that you find when you arrange would be these two values here, the 6 and 10, because all of these others will be exactly, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that side, and this side with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the middle value, since the data is even, you say 6 plus 10, so you take the mean of the two in the middle, okay, and that will be half of 16, which in this case is 8. Well, the mode is the one that occurs the most, so that is 1, 2, 3. The mode therefore is 6. Now we can complete the table. So the frequency is how often something appears or is recorded in this case. The calls between 0 and 4, well, it's 1, 2, 3 only. The calls between 5 and 9, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 and 14 is 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and the others will be 3. Okay, and all of these should add up to 2, got it, 14, if you add it up, net frequency. Right, find the probability that job receives 10 or more, 10 or more, this is these two, and the last columns here, so that is 4 plus 3 upon 14, so that is 7 over 14, which is 1/2, okay, or 0.5, whatever the answer is that you want to put. Less than 5, so less than 5 would be this 3 over 14, which I can just rewrite as 3 over 14. The next question says, estimate the number of days, so we'll just have to correct this, it's days, okay, so we're gonna try and see if we cannot fix that. Perhaps we can go ahead and fix it. Yeah, so we'll see, just have to get this in order. Okay, so number of days, so we have a little, okay, let's see if I type that. Some issue of being a little bit of a perfectionist. So that's days. Okay. So let's see. Number of days. One of those things. Okay. Here we go. It's better. You agree? So you should estimate the number of days the next 6 weeks. Now 6 weeks, that is 7 times 6, which is like 42. When we go to the calls between 10 to 14 calls from our previous answer, 10 to 14, that's 4, okay, out of a possible 14. So we'll just say, okay, his probability will be normally for 1 week is 4 out of 14, which is the same as 2 out of 7, all right? So for the next 42 days, you'll say 2 out of 7, then you multiply that by 42. And this should be 12 days he can expect to get 10 to 14 calls. Question 4. The number Peter is written in the 5 cards, as you can see. One of the cards is chosen at random. Find the probability. The letter on the card is a P. Since there's only 1 out of 5 letters, so 1 out of 5 is that answer. And here you have got 2 out of 5 letters, and there is no S, so you're going to have 0 out of 5, which is nothing but not. A country has 3 political parties, the reds, the blues, the greens. As you can see, the reds are indicated by 144 degrees, the greens by 90 degrees. So finding the value of x for the blue party, you say x would therefore be, if you take the sum of 44 with 90, and you subtract these from 360, which of course you can use a calculator. This is a simple, straightforward test. That gives us about 126 degrees. Okay, let's just make sure. So we have 360 here. Take away, you can say minus 144, then you can say minus 90. It's going to give you the same answer. Okay, 126. Then what is the percentage for the reds? The reds is represented by 144 over 360. So as a percentage, you multiply that by 100. Of course, if you go use your calculator, that's going to give you 144 upon 360. All right, then you simply multiply that answer by 100 and get 40%. So 40%. Okay. The next question, question 6. They have got in a school the number of students taking part in various sports events is shown in the table below. So you need to draw a bar graph. So again, drawing a bar graph, I'm going to make this a bit small so that the diagram can fit, so we can see. So for rugby is 40, and the bars, they should be the same width from each other. That's something that you need to know. Perhaps I will see where we said rugby is 40. So I'm going to go all the way here. So that's going to be 40. Perhaps we're going to represent that by a different color. Maybe that color. So, let's just clear that. So, yes, we're going to have that. So, rugby is 40. Soccer is 55. It's the highest one there. So, soccer goes all the way up to 55. Same spaces between the bars. Tennis is 35, so tennis goes all the way up to 35 over there. And the last one is volleyball. Volleyball is represented by 20. Number of learners who prefer volleyball, they are just 20, so 20 is over there. All right, so that is the bar graph, and well, you get a mark for each one of them when you are writing your answers like that. So 40, 55, 35, as well as 20. The last question in this test, out of 35, Ms. Juniors asked the children in her class, what is your favorite color? And the results is shown on this bar graph here, or the bar chart. How many children are in her class? Well, you will see here, this is 8, frequency 8 here, plus, well, that's 10, plus that's 1, that represents 1 over there, plus this represents 6 rather, plus 4. Well, if you add everything, you will get 29. The mode of the distribution, the mode is blue, please, the one with the highest frequency, the mode is blue. The higher the graph, that is your mode. The information is also represented with a pie chart, but you are not drawing the pie chart. In this question, we simply say calculate the angle of the sector representing yellow. So yellow will be 6 out of 29. So 6 out of 29. And we are looking for the angle. So we multiply this then by 360 degrees. So you can go ahead and punch that in. You say 6 over 29. And you multiply that by 360, well, that gives you 74.4827. Of course, that 4827 will repeat itself as we go, but 74 point, grab the calculator again once more, 74.4827, 74.4827, and so on and so on degrees. So to one decimal place, it has to be 74.5 degrees. 74.5 degrees. Good luck with your studies, grade 9. Remember, choose well whenever you go to grade 10, your subject choices.